In the news, Governor Eno inspects various ongoing projects in the state. Akwa Ibom State Police recovers firearms and other dangerous weapons. Plus, livestock dealers in Uyo decry low patronage after Yuletide. Hello, welcome to our news. My name is Utri Achibon with details of the headlines and all the stories. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times channel 103 and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Akwa Ibom State Governor Omoyeno has expressed satisfaction over the quality and pace of work ongoing on various project sites across the state, including the maritime infrastructure, health sector, as well as agriculture. Speaking shortly after the inspection of the maritime jetty at Oron, Governor Eno reassured the citizens of the commitment of both the contractors and the state government to ensure timely completion of all state government projects. Clement Barigui has details.
As the dry season continues, completing all ongoing projects has become a major priority of Governor Omoyeno, and this explains his continuous visit to project sites. At the maritime infrastructure, comprising modern jetties, a terminal building, floating bars, new ferries and other supporting facilities, Governor Eno said the project is designed to boost maritime transportation, enhance safety and stimulate economic activities across the coastal corridor. Governor Eno directed the rehabilitation of the old Oron Museum to complement the emerging tourism assets in the area.
Generally, it's good. I look forward to coming back here, making this place a beehive of activity. You can see the cold room, dry storage, cold storage, the drying area for fish, then the passengers area for the, no more will people come here and then tell our fishermen, it's night. If you don't sell now, your fish will go bad. No, they have the cold room. And then when we finish, we intend to, the military will be somewhere here, so we intend to now work with the cooperative, the Bureau of Cooperative, to empower our fishermen.
The governor also paid an unscheduled inspection visit to the construction site of the 120-meter Ofrio Eket Bridge and the 2.5-kilometer dual carriageway connecting Eket and Nsrubu local government areas and the Ikorepanudo General Hospital. At all the project sites, the governor was happy that the contractors were living up to the expectations of the state government. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
And on security, Akwa Ibom State Police Command has recorded another operational success with the recovery of firearms and other dangerous weapons following actionable intelligence in Uyo. In a release signed by the Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Tim Fon John, operatives of the command, on January 27, 2026, at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, through credible source, received information that suspected members of the Vikings confraternity were holding a meeting at Ikoro Kubo by Transformer off a back road Uyo. Upon swift deployment to the location, the operatives stormed the area, prompting the suspects to flee on sighting the police, abandoning dangerous weapons at the scene. According to the release, items recovered include one locally made gun with 2 cartridges, one locally made cartridge, and 1 cutlass. Following the operation, the commanders deployed covert surveillance teams and intensified patrols and raids within the area and its environs, while efforts are ongoing to arrest one solo, identified as group's leader, along with other fleeing suspects. The Commissioner of Police, Akwa Ibom State Command, reaffirms the command's resolve to rid the state of criminal elements and warns that no individual or group threatening public peace will be spared. Members of the public are therefore urged to remain vigilant and continue to provide timely and credible information to the police to enhance crime prevention and public safety. We pause here for a commercial break. To be back shortly. Please stay. Goodly Pearls Recovery Mandate presents Women's Magazine program entitled Her Voice and Strengths. Join us as we share stories of resilience, courage, and triumph about women. It will explore women who are changing the world, women who have made and left legacies, iconic women with strengths and voices that translated to huge successes in our time. Join Dora Okwabasi on NTA Channel 12 Uyo as she presents the program Her Voice and Strengths every Saturday 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Keep updated.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efamosanga Street, Afarafort, off a back road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class blue sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efamosanga Street, Afarafort, off a back road Uyo your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
You're welcome back to the rest of our stories. In a country as diverse as Nigeria, peace remains the foundation for unity, development, and national progress. As ethnic, religious, and political differences continue to shape public discourse, stakeholders are renewing calls for tolerance and mutual respect among citizens for the needed peace. Charity James reports.
Nigeria is home to over 250 ethnic groups and multiple religious beliefs, making peaceful coexistence not just an ideal but a necessity. Despite the certain level of peace experienced in Nigeria, the country in recent years is experiencing violence and insecurity attributed to intolerance and misinformation that have threatened community harmony in some parts of the country.
One of the things we have that is causing problem is intolerance. This vis-a-vis religious or political. We have gone to a level where we don't tolerate ourselves, and so we get ourselves into chaos and fight, and so many things happen.
There's so much unemployment. We don't even have lights. Recently they said national grid has broken down. So when you look at that, these small business owners, there is no way they can make a living. And it brings disturbances.
There is no security. We only secure ourselves. Poverty.
Thought of corruption as the panacea, and also unemployment factors.
From the north to south, east to west, religious leaders and other stakeholders are of the opinion that lasting peace can be achieved when citizens embrace understanding, tolerance, and mutual respect.
We have gone to a level where we don't tolerate ourselves, and so we get ourselves into chaos and fight, and so many things happen. So I think first thing we should really teach ourselves and even our children that level of tolerance. It's not a mistake that God created us in this country called Nigeria and created us in different, political and religious and ethnic even divide. See, somebody says, I'm a Hausa man, but because you are not a Hausa man, therefore you are a bad person. the video, all of us are guilty of this. We need to know that it is God that puts you to whatever language you are. All of us religious leaders, we must imbibe the same word peace that we preach.
Let's live in peace. Without peace, there will be no progress. Without peace, there will be no development. No amount of project you want to cite in an unpeaceful area, environment, area that lack peace, that there is crisis, that can thrive.
We can strengthen it by being selfless. Considering other people and not just yourself. Considering other groups and not just your group. Considering other tribes and not just your tribe. That's how we start.
True federalism should be observed. Where we have federating states, power should be separated equally. Appointments should be throughout north, south, east, and west. Secondly is religious tolerance. In a country where we have diverse religions, Christian, Muslims, and others, I think no religion should be superior to others.
Stakeholders are also believing that government at all levels must strengthen policies that promote inclusion, justice, and fairness.
Peaceful coexistence, analysts say, is not just the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice, understanding, and unity. For Nigeria, it remains the pathway to a stronger and more united nation. In Uyo, Charity James, NTA News.
In another development, the expanding digital media exposure and the use of accompanying devices is a growing concern for many stakeholders, especially adults, over wrong influences on minors. In Nigeria, like other climes, the story is worrisome as some Nigerians believe children's access to digital devices and exposure to some apps should be regulated. Correspondent in this report seeks answers to what time is right for minors to be exposed to the use of smart devices and possible effects on the children.
Smart devices are important for enhancing conveniences, efficiency, and security by automating tasks, providing remote control, and offering real-time data, among many other advantages. Beyond their usefulness, these devices are also proven to have their bad sides on persons without restrictions on age. However, in recent times, smartphones have become constant companions for children who use them for entertainment, gaming, and video streaming. While this exposure has educational benefits, worrisome, however, is excessive and unsupervised use, which, according to studies, can affect a child's behavioral pattern.
It is good to expose the child to know what is happening in the 21st century.
Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Uyo, Professor Aniken Brown, seems to differ a bit. For him, as control is often difficult, it behoves on church leaders and educators to also focus their teaching on moral topics that can guide a child even without parental influence.
The institutions that are given to granting orientation to people should be able to emphasize on this. Thou shalt not watch this. So that even when the parents are not there, others are not there to regulate, the moment they cite such on social media, they begin to regulate. If they get to 18, then they have unrestrained and unrestricted. And then they would have started late, but they would still have done whatever they wanted to.
I think what we should major on is not denying the child access to phone at that age, but let's teach them ethics, let's teach them morals so that wherever they are, because they may even have access to phone, which is not your phone.
As professional advice is preferred, some parents are already addressing the horrific trend from digital devices on their children. To them, exposing minors to smart devices is a no-no until these children attain certain ages good enough to make mature decisions.
No. They have no such right. They have no access to my phone because anybody can call me or anything can happen. In fact, whatever they see inside phone, that is what they are doing.
In fact, as soon as the child is off from secondary school, you can handle a phone.
From 18 to 20 years, you can give that child a phone so that the child cannot be distracted.
There is a consensus from concerned areas that parents and caregivers should be intentional about a child's upbringing through strict adherence to set boundaries and engaging them in dialogue about what they see on screen. Inuyo Utbe Achibong, NTA News.
We pause again for more commercials. The news continues shortly. Please stay.
When you are far from home, but want that feel of being at home, a cozy bed, a hearty meal, smiles that greet you, care that's real. At Northcliffe Hotels and Resorts, it's a done deal.
I decided to establish something different where people can relax and have their fun.
At Northcliffe Hotels, you are always welcome. Sleep in comfort, wake up in style. Business, pleasure, rest or fun. We are your home for every mile. Book your stay at Northcliffe Hotel, where comfort meets convenience. For booking and reservation, call 070-662-67813, 070-634-02564, or 080-644-52233. Northcliffe Hotels, for excellence in hospitality and service.
Dito kanyan, isikiri yakinemen mubunumpo mendo tamsitu kukara state nyan ye ake me ntunko kukara aku fakuti musiarifia koro ake menangandu bege ireme mo adu keri nambru fakuti mo kebenduse NTA channel 12 yo etumo ekoto nemenyan keri namami adi dari tie kwa weneze kenkarika amamia itiaba abu yo ke minute erep meruop ndobiye yo kutemon simbago di yakineme Kebo kubok mamubok mam ase trupa nemenyan mbagi nengam poi bono iyem kot irong nyan.
You're welcome back and good to know you're still there. There has been a slight difference in the price of some commodities weeks after the Yuletide. Correspondence reports that while this decline is huge relief to consumers, some traders are lamenting low patronage.
Prices of some essential commodities, it becomes necessary to compare prices between December 2025 and January 2026. This curiosity took NTA News crew to Itam Central Abattoir, where Mr. Basi Usongorwa, chairman, Akwa Ibom State Central Abattoir, briefed the crew on the state of patronage lately.
During the December time, the festive period, business was booming, so to say. People came in here, did business, people that were doing marriages, functions, and so on. But as of now, it is dull.
While Mr. Usongorwa attributes the poor sales to lack of funds, he, however, insists that the price remains the same.
No market. I'm just thinking that it is because of the resumption of schools, that people are paying attention to paying their children's school fees and reducing the enjoyment, the life of buying good, buying meat and so on.
Beef is one meat that is consumed by most Nigerians who wish that the price remains stable and affordable.
So many people doesn't want to buy. The price has gone down. It's not like the other. The number was 3,500, but now you can get it at 3,200 per pound weight.
As the market settles into the new year, Nigerians believe that gradual price adjustment will help both traders and consumers. In Uyo, Utube Achibong, NTA News.
With that report, we end the English package of our bulletin this morning. Up next is the news translation with Charity James. Have a good day. Governor Nyan Numoy no masanga sen mempo se bob ke state nyan. Police ke Akwa Ibom state mum ndi toykpat ye ikang nkorom mempo unan ye fai. Inam no idiong aku rampo amana ate ubok. Kangene mesero yang mero Charity James Mbok sa kegbere ke bendu sen fomba krenya kum fon sen ngene ni una fin ke mbo ba sen fnemi. Ine wakante Nigeria yem ememetai tete mbarikan ediana ke ngodi en kaisonko anyonga ba. Ita mi esen bonowo eno ikure bo yang bo Nigeria do mu kemedi ba kemem yen du kopo ye kereken ya ikpangutong enombom.
Idat kere wakatai tete nyo ni ension susem wakakani kiba. Si abaran tum Nigeria yememem yendu kupu ngore di dianaket atai tete mbanga iso akana kaiso kirongame. Wasodo mem abarake Nigeria ndare mem yedi dianaket ni neke kikbun kena penantero kenena afai anwan yeutok ase wakati tepeke uwaritie. Teonke nganga yon tutu dere meraru sonke nsion sebu ikobasi etange Nigeria ekemeri emem ideke mbonowo eniegen bukopu enyon yo kereken bonowo etanke ukara ke frikbege ena mbet afonno ye frewo era frewo kemukem eno frewo ayo isiut kemukem imane nambet adata frewo ukemukem ko bagate odo edidianaket emem yen kaiso akana kaiso ke idan nyen Nigeria ke uyo.
Now kama mbono phone ado mpo mmisong idara mendien mbono wo ebenu fangado ese esana phone mo yare non troyen no kama fyak enyon ese sema tebe chibon kembo mi ado ngodi yon medot adi senyak mbono phone tumno ntroyen no ese sema ya ikobito yin
ngi korom porugo kombogi mpuru technology kama kenanga mentions yumpo ekoro mo ibibio smart devices are kemi kama etangiko ekama esi mimposi tope kerimbure kama na mentions yumpo anwa matatiti kedange rimbo adiba edagami ado duso webo kempo ntunga kwanakwan mpo kama ntangiko ekoro phone mi ki phone seno ntanto yen imiri ni egesiriongo si adanga mpo ba edagami nto ine mi kemi kama mi phone mi ekena mpo fense mo imi ikminama lusoko wesugebo edieke na anteno ndito mi mifonomi kero se muni mo kaiso esese mo kama mimpota ngikomi inam mentionsio meta ke ufongwenta ifyo yoke ke tumoro ata ifyo anikan brown ama tanga bo ke edieke muni ntoyin imi kanitenge yensendi to mo se mo kama mifonomi inam kero se muforo basi nkoro me andikpe ku fongwenko enye tengenyi ne sendito mane pe mo banga na ngekbedu ntuwem bagatolo iragante mo ekbe baba se mo ekbe nanam amo riongo senam me uni mo eba mi bara nusukuni entoko ne sugebo ke mi mo nyameke ndito kama phone ke mo mi kpono iriongirem amiena mafre wedianu yo ke patre ebo ke phone ya afre wonte ekbe baba ekrebo ke mo enon troyen ukbe ena mo rionge banga ufon yidara sekpe nante mo kama membo tange go soke tange bangami mikuyo utebe achibon akombok entie
enam no idion ke udwa usong kwandiria adwo ataiteti tonte ke dia usoro ufaiswa ekwenge kombok nyan atanke kwasoro udwampo ndiria suwoke aroke udep ineke kiba ya ikobito yen
oke mensunsio mkpokudwa ama na soyo amina mbonentie ename sange kaudwa edikise dangake nya mempo ke afyong December iswako nkoro dangake nya mpo idagami ke moema ke dadi sange ke wo ite koto itam Central Abattoir amoema ke mempo asoyurwa adokudwa enang asorodo nko kenena mpo ba biosibado inya menanglo eboke udebi neke kiba antido ati wuro pokoroke udwaro ete usungurwa amanam yageri ongoboke atonta unana kokonam awine keke idep enangami nkoke mimo isoyokurwa enang Mwana mediongo ke una menangaro una mamewu eta anye taititi mewe sugesunu yebu ke udwa kwe soyo ke kpedo mpo ane memimo esire taititi amo sugebo ke isu ame sokote onwu fami ke mpo kwe sokoka isu aso yurwa nkore nange frefet mpo se ubonowo ese nekeyem ke yabo fon anom mimo ataititi nkoro meyamurwa kuyo utebe achibong akombok enti
retiro ang tasong ataititi kang ni tin tembo ba sen funemi atrero tutundobe tiesang